In the late 1960s, Elizabeth Kloepfer was a young, divorced mother living in Seattle. She met Ted Bundy at a bar in 1969. He was charming, attentive, and seemed genuinely interested in her and her daughter. He'd cook for them, read stories to her daughter, and talk with her for hours about their dreams and aspirations. She fell deeply in love with him. He was intelligent and ambitious, often discussing his law school aspirations and his involvement in local politics. Elizabeth envisioned a life with him. However, over time, cracks began to appear in the facade. Ted could be possessive and controlling, and he had a temper that would occasionally flare up before quickly being masked by his usual charm. There were also the late nights, the unexplained absences, and a growing sense of secrecy that Elizabeth couldn't quite put her finger on. Then, in 1974, the news began to report on a series of disappearances of young women in the Seattle area. The descriptions were unsettling, and Elizabeth couldn't shake a growing sense of unease. Small, seemingly insignificant incidents from her relationship with Ted started to take on a darker hue in her mind. A bag of women's clothing he'd had in the car, his odd behavior when the news reports came on, a feeling that she didn't truly know the man she loved. The composite sketch released by the police bore a chilling resemblance to Ted. Fear began to gnaw at Elizabeth. Torn between her love for Ted and the mounting suspicion, Elizabeth made the decision to contact police. She shared her concerns, recounting the strange incidents and the unsettling resemblance to the sketch. However, at the time, the police didn't have enough evidence to connect Ted to the crimes. Their relationship became increasingly distant after Ted moved to Olympia for a job and then to Utah. They saw each other less and started dating other people, but they remained in contact. Over the next few years, as the disappearances and murders continued, Elizabeth watched in horror as the man she once loved became a prime suspect. Even after Ted's eventual arrest and conviction, Elizabeth struggled to reconcile the charming man she knew with the monstrous crimes he had committed. Elizabeth broke ties with him for good after he confessed to her over the phone from prison that he had tried to kill her. Like and subscribe for more.